Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Ben Wu here, coming to you live from day 5 of CMA Industry Week as we continue our Pioneer Electronics Showcase. We're heading into part 2. Let's go on and bring our esteemed guests, both Robert Money from Pioneer Canada and our specialist, Mr. Harry Kroll from Pioneer USA, their national trainer. Guys, we have no time for pleasantries. We need to dive right in because we got so much to cover. This next session is super exciting. We're covering everything from AV receivers to in-car driving experience stuff and touching on maybe some marine power sports stuff. Pretty exciting stuff we're going to get to. How about we kick it off right away to set the mood with a video that talks about the Pioneer Car Connected Experience.
Pioneer will transform the mobility experience through the integration of digital technology and data to create products and services that deliver convenience, entertainment, and safety on the road. Expanding beyond smartphone integration and mobile internet connectivity to transform the mobility experience, the Pioneer Car Connected Experience is a solution for today and tomorrow. You've surely experienced some of these complaints and inconveniences in the car. The Car Connected Experience is a solution to help free you from the stresses and constraints. Can't find where you parked? The Car Connected Experience can display its location on your smartphone and guide you to your vehicle. Changing road network infrastructure results in outdated map data? The Car Connected Experience can provide over-the-air map updates. Missing out on your favorite music streams and services? The Car Connected Experience enables smartphone integration and mobile internet connectivity for enhanced entertainment services. Even while driving, you can operate it easily in situations where you cannot glance at the screen. The Car Connected Experience combines advanced sensors, automotive drive recorder cameras, and mobile internet connectivity to automatically store data in the cloud, reducing the chance of failed recordings in the event of an accident or other incident. Pioneer will update the Car Connected Experience, then release you from the constraints of smartphones and other devices to create a future where you can access various content and services at will. An advanced technology solution designed to answer the challenges of today and provide a roadmap to tomorrow's future transformation of the mobility experience. Pioneer.
Very important notice. Must make sure that plays. There we go. All right. Car Connected Experience. That is the key message there. We all know Pioneer for the head unit, source unit, whatever you want to call it. But that eco environment has changed so much, and the needs of the customers changed so much, especially in the last 5 years. Android Auto, CarPlay, right? Now Alexa's on there, and the video nailed it, with the map. I saw a dash cam. I saw all different kinds of things. So I'm going to throw this to Harry. Talk to us a little bit about connectivity now and the ecosystem of Pioneer.
Right. It has changed so much over the past bunch of years. When I started working for Pioneer, we were finishing up with 8-track players and cassette and selling cassette players. Well, cassettes evolved into CDs and CDs evolved into DVDs. And now we've evolved really into more of a mechless thing. There is no mechanism there. So we've changed from a mechanism into connectivity through a cell phone. And that connectivity through the cell phone went from Bluetooth to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and Amazon Alexa. And Pioneer is very much a leader in these technologies. We were Apple's launch partner for aftermarket products for Apple CarPlay. We were Google's launch partner for Android Auto. We were Amazon's launch partner for Amazon Alexa in the vehicle, and not having to touch the screen or something like that. It has developed into an amazing ecosystem that we are just scratching the surface on it. Apple CarPlay version 2.0 or 3.0, as it appears over some time, may change, how we interact with the vehicle entirely. And then you build in things like cameras, build in things like blind spot detection systems, that sort of a thing, and begin to integrate those things together into some really fantastic products. Now, you can buy a brand new car, and many of these things can be there for you already. But again, we do aftermarket products, and aftermarket products are about vehicles that are 5, 10, and 15 years old. You can bring your vehicle up to modern technology with Pioneer.
A lot of these technologies that you're referring to are fundamentally based on voice activation for safety purposes, of course, but also functionality. It's a natural thing, right? Maybe not so natural at first. When this thing first came out, to talk to your device was kind of awkward. But now, after everybody has had a chance to do this, it's becoming more of a natural thing. What about improving the naturalness of it all?
That's an interesting question, and where Pioneer really is moving in this is to rely on the technology companies, on Google, Apple, and Amazon, to develop those voice technologies for their systems. We give you access to those systems that you already use in your home, and we give you access through the Pioneer receivers. Every Pioneer receiver includes a microphone, minus a couple of them. Every Pioneer receiver includes a microphone in the box, and that microphone placement in the vehicle is super important for you to speak comfortably and sort of normally in your vehicle. And I like to say it works really well for people, from Montreal to Brooklyn and New York to Alabama. They speak very different languages, but the system can work very well with many different accents, and a little practice doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, we have a chance really to have something connected, and really the magic word is connected car here. But we have partners in the industries like Amazon Alexa, Apple, and Google, where their AI were developed since a couple of years now for intelligent home, like opening my garage door or such type of things. So with custom AI stuff at home. So bringing Alexa in the car can bring those things within the car as well. So I can drive out of my house, and if I'm on the road and I forgot to look if I closed the garage door, I can ask Alexa, can you please confirm if my garage door is closed, and if not, I can ask to close it. And it goes even further than that with our current model, where we have built-in chipset that will deal with Alexa a bit further and go as deep as setting the bass to medium by just saying, Alexa, tell Pioneer set my bass to medium, or
EQ, voice control EQ. Imagine.
Oh yeah, the EQ.
Robert, you just closed my garage door. You just closed my garage door. Thanks.
Look what you did. You closed. You now remotely through a live stream closed Harry's garage door. I have to ask a question. Obviously, voice is just going to improve. And for functionality, but I think the real driving force behind that is safety. Right? We don't want to be touching buttons and doing stuff when we're supposed to be focusing on the road. And all these driver safety solutions are going to all come into the mix. All help improve the safety for everybody involved in that vehicle and everybody around. I'm going to switch gears here. You might not like what I'm about to ask, but I have to ask it because I represent the dealers, CMA. This is what we're about. We mentioned CarPlay. We mentioned Android Auto. Key clutch features. Anybody knows who's selling, source units right now. Many people are coming in because of that. At the same time, though, they're up against a challenge that they see online because there are a ton of options that are going, Amazon or eBay or whatever it may be, of non-branded, unknown brands, that look cool because it's full screen, it's touch screen, and it's got all the cool icons on it. It's got the CarPlay, it's got the Android Auto, and they're significantly less. So I'm going to ask, I guess I'll drive it to Harry right now. I'd like to hear Pioneer's viewpoint on this.
Okay, so I'll try to break that down. What you're talking about is a $99 Android tablet that's supposed to be mounted in your dash, and people want to know, why does a Pioneer receiver cost $500 or $1,000 when I can get one for
Yes.
99 bucks? And
Correct.
by the way, it's just as good, or they think it is just as good. Right. So let me break it down a couple of different ways. First of all, we've been talking about Pioneer as a speaker company, and Pioneer is an audio company, and a very proud audio company that builds some of the finest audio equipment for the vehicle that there is available. And I'll tell you that the latest receivers that we have are some of the very finest audio products that Pioneer has ever produced, capable of playing back 24-bit audio and DSD audio, and the output levels are extremely clean. The digital signal processing inside them is extremely clean. So as an audio product, they're great. But the real issue here is that screen. You want to put a 10-inch screen in your dash. That's great, because that's where the biggest part cost of this product arrives. But I can get a $99 tablet and do the same thing. Well, is your $99 tablet designed and engineered and manufactured, very importantly, to be inside an extremely harsh automotive environment? As we said, is it going to last in Winnipeg in the winter? Is it going to last in San Antonio or Miami? San Antonio in the summer or Miami in the summer, where the humidity is so thick? Or the changes in temperature that you may get in the day. It may be 30, freezing in the morning and reach 120 degrees inside your car in the afternoon, baking in the sun. If the tablet has to survive that. Pioneer has been a tier 1 supplier to the automotive industry, supplying parts, CD players, DVD players, screens, speakers to the automotive industry for the past 40 years. When you supply products to the automotive industry, you don't measure your sort of failure products dead in 30-day products in 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000. You measure them in 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 100,000. That's why the product costs more, because it is built to survive the automotive environment. And the automotive environment is a very nasty place.
I'm very satisfied with that answer. I have no further questions, sir. Sorry I asked. What's a good model, Robert, that will illustrate and echo what Harry just said?
We have different type of models, so we can offer different type of offer, no matter if it's a single DIN receivers or a double DIN receivers, no matter if it's a standard depth or shallow depth. By the way, we still have a motorized flip screen that where we introduced in 1990s.
I know all about it. I spent a lot of money on that one
with the first AVIC N1.
Yep.
But that type of mechanism still alive for the old car, where we can fit double DIN in a way to have CarPlay and Android Auto. We also have tablet screen, which is pretty similar to a, let's say, iPad Pro. That is floating on the screen, but top of all those product offer, we also have a custom solution, which is really dedicated for custom integration of those MEC-free receivers, because there's many car actually in the market where it is really challenging to install a big or depth type of thing. So we have custom solution for those guys, such as Chevrolet Camaro, Mazda 3, which is really popular in Canada, where we can install those modular type of product to fit well in the car in a way to have a solution where we can't before. So we're pretty much alone in that type of product offer.
WC5700 NEX, does that ring a bell?
Yep, that's the last baby.
Let's see what she's all about.
This is Pioneer's DMH WC5700 NEX. This is a very unique product because it's the latest in our line of high-end NEX receivers. But this product is especially unique because this is one of Pioneer's Modular Solutions products. This physically separates the touchscreen LCD from the external chassis, meaning that we now have a variety of installation options that were previously unavailable. This especially is important for vehicles like this Chevrolet Camaro, because this product actually, or this vehicle, has very limited depth behind the LCD screen at all, meaning that you cannot install a traditional aftermarket radio in this vehicle without Pioneer's Modular Solutions. We still make all of the same electrical connections with the vehicle, but it allows an owner of a Chevrolet Camaro such as this or another vehicle that has the need for this Pioneer Modular Solutions receiver to install a product and upgrade their technology to include features such as Amazon Alexa built-in, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, their audio, and just an array of connectivity solutions that Pioneer brings to the aftermarket.
Not only to the aftermarket, but fabricators and the technicians that watch CMA will certainly rejoice when they see this new option. That is a really cool solution to custom integration. Can we talk about this unit a bit? Because I think it deserves a little bit of screen time, Harry.
Sure. The 5700 is really an extension of Pioneer's Next receivers right now. We have a 10.1-inch screen, a 9-inch screen, and an 8-inch screen in different varieties. So we have the floating screen that sits out in front of the dash, and we have a traditional double DIN, and the receivers are effectively the same. It's just different mounting options and different screen sizes. This one fits in the middle where it can be a flush mount screen, and you can mount that screen mostly any way you want. And our great partners at Metra are also developing many kits for these screens. But the key is you can separate that chassis from the screen. And there's even an extension cable available if you have to separate it a little bit further away. And so your installation options become almost whatever you want to do at that point, though functionally that in-dash receiver is exactly the same as other 2021 Next receivers. Works exactly the same way.
Any creative technician can do some magic things integrating such type of product. I even saw some guys installing 8 inches in a Harley Davidson recently.
Oh, 8-inch screen on a Harley?
Yes, sir.
Is there any space between the handlebars for that? Jeez.
Yeah, it's pure magic. So it's really the magic word is flexible here. Flexible installation.
What about other applications? I mean, obviously Pioneer has a wide selection of different source units and single DIN, double DIN application. What about people? Because we have to talk about everybody from the advanced custom, which I think we just addressed. What about the entry? What do we have going on for the guy or girl coming in saying, "Hey, not happy with what I have stock. What can I get into that gets me my CarPlay or my Android Auto?"
Right. So CarPlay and Android Auto appear in like 22 different models from Pioneer, and we've certainly been doing, I think, since 2015. So there's a ton of different options available, and you can do wired Apple CarPlay, and of course you can do wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto when I say that, and wireless Amazon Alexa. And it really, this is about what fits your budget and what fits your particular vehicle.
Okay. Robert, talk to me a little bit about SmartSync, because that's a key feature.
That is really nice. Actually, SmartSync is not a physical product. It's a apps. So Pioneer SmartSync is actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Ari, 4 years old, if not more.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years old, something like that. And it works with pretty much every Pioneer audio receiver that's available, modern audio receiver that's available today.
My tape deck won't work.
Your tape deck won't work.
Maybe the 8-track.
Exactly
Maybe the 8-track.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the SmartSync app is a really slick thing for your Android phone or your iPhone. It really, what it does is gives you a graphical user interface to operate that in-dash receiver. So, you have a 1-DIN in-dash receiver, and it's pretty inexpensive, under $100. It's a one-line display, but it might have a ton of different functions that are available to it, like operating an EQ or setting crossovers and slopes. And it's difficult to see what's going on with a one-line display. The SmartSync app gives you full control over that in-dash receiver and every audio function on a graphical user interface on your phone. It effectively gives you a double DIN radio. If you mount it on the dash, stick your phone up on the dash, it gives you a double DIN radio. And the screen operates that in-dash receiver. It works through Bluetooth, and you can play music through it, answer your phone calls through it, get Google Maps up there and give you turn-by-turn instruction. It is a great system. It is a really great system. But I'll just throw in.
We can call it kind of, you love hybrid car, right? So we can call it one of the best, if not the best, hybrid solution on the market, because we're doing a hybrid touchscreen solution with the smartphone processing power merged to the typical MEC-free or CD audio receivers that you know. So as soon as you have Bluetooth on a audio receivers within Pioneer lineup, you are SmartSync compatible. So you can download that free apps and you create a touchscreen solution. So this is really a magic smart thing. So it's a smart receivers.
And what were you saying, Harry? Just to finish off your comment.
So SmartSync has been around for a few years, and a few months back we introduced some updates to the system, and I'll just say they weren't universally loved. Okay, so we listened very carefully to customers, and we created a couple of updates for the app, and I'm very happy to say that one of the updates to the app just was released a day or two ago. If you are looking for the update, go check to see if there's an update available for your SmartSync app. It should be available version 3.2 right now, and it will bring back many of the features that disappeared from the earlier apps, and it has some additional very cool functionality.
My 2 cents on that. I think that's awesome for the entry-level user or the first-time user for one of the more entry-level products. In essence, you're optimizing your smartphone, which everybody has, as an additional or an expansion GUI, right? And all of a sudden, full functionality, and it's seamless. Especially to a younger demographic, it only makes sense. In fact, they would be like, "What do you mean I can't connect my phone to it?"
Yeah, you can Bluetooth connect your phone is one thing, but use your phone to really control every part of it. That's what it's about.
My kid's doing that with their drone. They're doing it with everything. They expect to use their phone to control whatever device they're about to interact with. And I think that the Pioneer nailed that on the head. We got a quick video to go to further explain that.
SmartSync has a completely redesigned user interface. For example, we're on the AM/FM radio right now. If we want to switch to another source, simply swipe to the left and we can choose any other source, or choose to switch between sources. Want to go back to the radio? Touch the radio. In the radio source, we're listening to radio station preset number 1. If I want to change the radio station frequency, I can touch the arrow here, and that changes the frequency, you can see. Or if I want to seek to the next radio station, I can touch the seek button here. And if I want to see my radio station presets, just swipe this way. Here is my full list of radio station presets, and I can press and hold to create that radio station that we just tuned in as a preset. Let's swipe back. And here's a great addition. Here's a volume control on every source screen. I can change the volume up or back down. To get back to my source screen, just touch anywhere away from the volume screen. Let's change to another source. I'll choose Pandora. If I want to get back to the SmartSync app, I can touch my home button here. That takes me back to the SmartSync app. And here, without Pandora on the screen, if I want to advance to the next song, just touch the skip forward button to advance to the next track. Of course, once you've set up navigation, touch the screen to begin your favorite navigation app. And touch the home button to get back to the SmartSync app. Let's take a look at some of the customization. We'll touch the gears, and we'll scroll down here to, how about the screen? Under the screen, we can change the theme that we're looking at. This will scroll through the available themes. When you find a theme that you like, just touch a color, and you can change the color of that theme. Let's go with that purple one. Let's go back, and we'll adjust the illumination color. Illumination color is the color of the illumination on the in-dash receiver. We could go with a green. When you're done, you can hit the X to escape.
That was a very soothing voice, whoever did that video.
It is. That guy has a delightful voice.
A lot of experience as well.
A lot of experience. Harry, I'll give you an opportunity here just to round out the AV receiver segment before we move on.
With Pioneer AV receivers, you have a wide variety of things to choose from. We go from very inexpensive to amazingly complex, beautiful big screens. Everything that you want as a consumer is available to you there. Everything from the SmartSync app to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa.
Nothing more to say to that. That's great. Moving forward, another category that is emerging for Pioneer, and I see the emphasis on it, driver assistance solutions. We've got a quick video to intro into this next part of our conversation.
Pioneer 3D LiDAR. "3D LiDAR innovation." Pioneer 3D LiDAR can quickly and accurately scan a targeted space. It even catches small objects, and with precise point clouds and proprietary software, it accurately detects objects with low reflectivity. Compact enough to fit in the palm of your hand, the potential applications of this hardware extend to many fields beyond automobiles. Everything from manufacturing to quality control happens in Japan, enabling stable, high-quality product supply and product support. Pioneer 3D LiDAR takes advantage of these features to contribute to society in many areas. In an autonomous vehicle, Pioneer 3D LiDAR can make autonomous driving safe by detecting objects in the critical forward field of vision and blind spots. Adding this to a conventional autonomous driving system can further improve safety. By accurately measuring distance, the scanning detects pedestrians and bicycles, helping to reduce the risk of a serious accident. Rest assured that the 3D LiDAR will reliably detect pedestrians and bicycles that drivers tend to overlook when turning. Pioneer 3D LiDAR also has applications beyond autonomous driving. At a railroad crossing, it detects the position of narrow crossing gates that regular LiDAR struggles to pick up, and can also recognize when a pedestrian is crossing the tracks. Since the 3D LiDAR has high-grade IP67 rated durability, it can operate in factories and other harsh environments. And if a person walks into a predetermined hazard zone, it invariably detects the person and helps prevent a dangerous situation. By combining precise point cloud data and camera data, and adding color and other elements, it can create even more realistic recreations in a three-dimensional space. For example, it can produce an exact 3D map of a distribution warehouse or the inside of a store. Promising applications include smart logistics and last one-mile communications delivery. Outdoors, the 3D LiDAR can identify changes like pavement depressions and faded paint to assist with maintenance and repairs. Pioneer 3D LiDAR can be combined with an object tracking algorithm at a public space like an airport to detect suspicious items and follow suspicious persons while protecting personal privacy. The result is sophisticated security. Speed, accuracy, high-performance software, compactness, and high quality. Pioneer 3D LiDAR can be in your hands soon. Just ask. Contribute to creating a safe and reliable environment through our superior sensing technology using LiDAR.
Okay, so I'm blown away that one day my radio will be able to detect suspicious people around me. First of all, I want to say that.
Careful,
But-
it may detect you.
I am suspicious. There's no doubt about it. But help me connect the dots here, gentlemen. Pioneer sound. We spent the first whole session talking about its heritage and its commitment to sound, and here we're talking about something, I mean, totally on a different level, technology-wise.
You're absolutely right. Though I got to tell you that this falls right in Pioneer's expertise area, and why it does is because Pioneer was one of the original developers of laser technology for. Do you remember laser discs?
Oh yeah, karaoke.
which would, later evolve into the full CDs, the mechanisms that Well, Pioneer is one of those laser technology companies. Pioneer held tons of patents for laser systems, both creating and emitting laser and reading the reflections that come back. And this is the core technology of LiDAR. Okay, it is a detection and ranging system. And that's where it comes from. Now, it's a completely different application, but it is exactly the same principle and applying those principles to other applications.
Such as autonomous driving.
Well, it's about creating the LiDAR system. Pioneer isn't interested right now in creating autonomous vehicles. We want to make the LiDAR systems that the automakers put in the license or in the headlight pods. Okay, and they just like they buy parts from us to put in the car stereo and the speakers. Maybe those headlight pods as well. They go in there, and that's where it sees. It gives you that Terminator view, the machine view of everything that's around you.
I guess it's hard I'll put myself there, a consumer, to try to connect the dots between where technology begins and where it's applied. Because we only see it once it's applied and packaged in a way that we can consume it and that we understand the benefits from it. So that video for me just kind of put it at a really 10,000 foot level and say, here's where we're headed. Here's what we can do. But I'm going to count on guys like you to explain it to me in language that I understand. So that's just me.
Yeah, well, think of it this way. I mean, Pioneer develops laser tech or is part of laser technology. We took the laser technology and created the car CD player. And the car CD player flew from that point. But that same laser technology we use to measure the door space, and can we put a speaker in that door? Same laser technology we're going to use to measure the distance to objects around your vehicle as you're driving, and use smart software to predict the motion of those objects and determine if they are a threat. Like, for example, we're driving down the street and the machine sees a person standing on the corner and can effectively predict, is that person going to walk out in front of you? So So if you want to hit that person, do you have to speed up or slow down? Right? That's
if you want to hit. What is this? It sounds like a video game. Okay, so how does this translate now into providing driver safety solutions and a safer ride for consumers?
So how does it translate today for us? It doesn't translate into an aftermarket product right now today. In any particular form. So, and I don't look for the later this year Pioneer autonomous driving computer that you just snap onto the steering wheel. That's not coming just yet. Okay. But again, these products will be built into OEMs, and we hope that you'll see that. But if that happens, you'll probably never see the Pioneer logo on it per se. But you should know that we are developing this type of technology to be used with our automotive partners, and in the future, that may be something you can add on.
The main reason we want to share this with dealers and customers is to have them being aware that we are behind that technologies as well. So we know what we're talking about. If we are in a specific category of the industries, it is because we did a lot of research before doing something and offering a solution to the market. We want to have reliable product. So reliability is really magic word here.
Well, when it comes to safety, it's one thing to have a reliable source unit, but when it comes to driver safety, reliability is paramount. And we're going to go to one of the first systems that Pioneer is offering, and it's a blind spot system that we'd like to go to video with.
Let's take a quick tour of Pioneer's lineup of add-on blind spot and cross-traffic detection systems for 2020. The SDA BS100 is a license plate bar type add-on blind spot and cross-traffic detection system. The license plate bar can be mounted on the top or on the bottom of the vehicle's center-mounted license plate. Digital microwave radar technology enables the SDA BS100 to detect objects entering your blind spot zone from behind at a range of up to 50 feet. When vehicles enter the left or right blind spot zones from behind, the LED in-car indicators will activate. To better match your vehicle's interior, both black and brushed nickel color LED indicator covers are included. In addition, when you're slowly backing out of a parking spot, the Pioneer SDA BS100 can alert you to cross traffic approaching from the left or right blind spots. To minimize false alerts, The system uses GPS to calculate your vehicle's relative speed with respect to stationary objects and other vehicles in the blind spot zone. Here is the Pioneer SDA BS900. The SDA BS900 is an add-on blind spot and cross-traffic detection system. The system includes 2 individual microwave radar sensor arrays. The two-way system can detect vehicles entering your blind spot zone from behind and vehicles you are overtaking. This highly advanced product requires a more complex installation and can be mounted under the non-metallic rear bumper of many different vehicles. Digital microwave radar technology enables the SDA BS900 to detect objects in your blind spot zone with high accuracy. When vehicles enter the left or right lane blind spot zones, the LED in-car indicators will activate. To better match your vehicle's interior, both black and brushed nickel LED indicator covers are included. In addition, when you are slowly backing out of a parking spot, the Pioneer SDA BS900 can alert you to cross-traffic approaching from the left or right blind spots. To minimize false alerts, the system uses GPS to calculate your vehicle's relative speed with respect to stationary objects and other vehicles in the blind spot zone. All of Pioneer's blind spot detector sensors are ingress rated IPX6 and IPX7 for wet weather durability. The Pioneer blind spot detection system lineup for 2020. For more information, be sure to check out the unboxing and system overview videos for each model.
So I think it's really cool that Pioneer is stepping into the ADAS category, which is a super big category right now. Dealers are jumping all over, and they should be, because if you're going to have the customer in the bay, you're going to have their dash apart. As much stuff that you can put in, it will maximize, the dollar investment from a customer standpoint. And, car audio is fun. We all love it. That's why we're here. Mm-hmm. But driver safety is a very quickly expanding category. Here's my takeaways from what I just saw, because I want to jump into the next category. I love the fact that it does both blind spot and cross detection at the same time. I think it's really cool that you have 2 different LEDs for the cosmetic purpose on the inside of the vehicle. And last but not least, I think it's cool that a brand like Pioneer is looking at driver safety, because when it comes to Pioneer and everything that we've been trying to message this entire session and the one before it is the type of footprint and dedication to engineering. So I know that if Pioneer is going to come out with something in the ADAS category, there's research, there's development, there's engineering, all that commitment, and that's my 2 cents.
That's right. Pioneer is committed to these products and this category very much. I believe that you're going to see this category become very important for us over the next few years.
We're going to shift gears, Robert. I know this is one that you and I particularly had a chance to dialogue about before coming on air, and we're talking about marine. Well, why don't you give us a little introduction of what we're about to talk about here?
Yeah, a lot of different things. So we have marine products since while. We developed
the late 1980s.
Yeah. And with the TSMR that everybody knows about, we are bringing back really a serious lineup. We took time to develop product, to do a lot of research, not only at Tohoku factory for speaker development, but also in the field in a way to bring a really exciting new product, not just only 1 or 2 pieces, but really complete sets of things from the source to the speakers. Maybe Harry can talk a bit more about that.
I'm going to wait for Harry to come back after we do this video. This is a little introduction to Pioneer Marine. Yep. And then we're going to dive in deep because we got some serious announcements to make on this session. So, Harry, marine category is all about fun. It's all about having a party on the boat.
That's right.
Going to go to you. Give us a 411 on Pioneer and where it stands with marine audio.
Okay, well, Pioneer, we started with marine back in the 1980s, and sadly, the category for us kind of drifted away over some time. In the last few years, we've been ramping up back into the marine category, and we've introduced some fantastic new products. We have a couple of in-dash receivers that are very nice receivers, and a wired remote control to go with them that works very nicely as well. But where the real excitement here is with the speakers. The speakers are excellent. I mean, I think I've mentioned Pioneer is a speaker company. The marine speakers, they're 6.5 and 7-inch full range speakers that are absolutely excellent. Fully waterproof, run a hose on them all day long, and they will still play. 10-inch subwoofers that slam. I mean, they slam. If you ought to think about putting them in your car. They're that kind of good. And in my opinion, okay, it's just my opinion, and yes, I've worked for Pioneer for a long time, but the tower speakers that we showed you are among the very best that there are in the industry. And there's a couple of really interesting technologies that go along with them. When you look at the thing on the front, turn toward me there. You see that the tweeter is not in the center of it, and it's like, come on, Pioneer, you couldn't hire an engineer to figure out how to put the tweeter in the center. The tweeter is offset on purpose. Remember, these are tower speakers, and they're supposed to be pointed at a tow skier or tuber or something behind you, maybe 50, 75 feet away. Those tweeters are offset so that you don't get cancellation from the tweeter to the woofer. You can actually hear the music at that distance. That's the point. They also have ribs on the side. All right, the ribs on the side are there for a reason. It's a vortex generator. It literally lowers the noise of the air whipping past these speakers as you're, buzzing around on your boat. And then, they're fully IPX7 rated, which means they can get wet. They are UV rated as well, which means they can be in the sun. And I hope you're having a beautiful day in the sun and splashing some water around on your boat. That's the idea.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever heard that explanation for the tweeter being offset. Thank you so much for that, Harry. And now we have to deal with aerodynamics when it comes to speaker design.
A very simple thing can reduce the noise that you hear from the air flowing past that thing. Those ribs on the side, that's what they do.
And again, just demonstrating how serious you guys take your speaker building. I want to talk a little bit about the robustness and the waterproofness. Is that a word? Waterproofness?
It is now.
These components. It is not a word. Okay. Or how waterproof. Oh, it is now. Okay. I'm going to add that to the many hashtags that I've developed.
Okay. So we can say waterproofness, soundproofness, UV proofness. And,
I guess so. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, I mean, let's be clear. I mean, the technology and the design, I know I've personally had the opportunity to get the training, specifically on the speakers. And I mean, even the way the tweeter housing, everything about it is literally locked down.
Right. So these products are rated IPX6 and IPX7. The marine products. And what those IP ratings mean, IP means ingress protection. It means, can water get in? And pretty much any piece of electronics is rated IP something. Some of them are rated like IP0, which means you can't get them anywhere near water. These ones you can literally put under 3 feet of water or a meter underwater for 30 minutes, pull them out, and they'll still work. That's the point behind them. They are built to be in the sun. They are built to be in the rain and the water and sea water. And we're about to show you some new products that do fine in the mud too.
What is an IP rating? IP means ingress protection. IP6 means protection from dust. IP7 means protection in water. Many Pioneer marine speakers carry the IPX7 rating. That means the speakers can be submerged in water up to 1 meter deep for up to 30 minutes, and the speakers will still be fully operational. Let's watch as a group of Pioneer speaker engineers do an IPX7 self-test on a Pioneer TSME 650FC marine speaker. We're preparing the speaker for testing by mounting it in a watertight sealed enclosure so the back of the speaker is protected. Here is the 1 meter deep water tank. The test speaker is ready. Now it has to be mounted to the bottom of the water tank. Here you can see the speaker is mounted to the bottom of the water tank. And it's time to fill the tank with 1 meter of water. The green tape here shows the 1 meter of water above the top of the test speaker location. One meter of water, and 30 minutes later, it's time to drain the water from the tank. And test the speaker for proper operation. You can see the speaker is dry on the inside. How about a few sweep tones to test the woofer and the tweeter? You can see the speaker is still wet from the testing and operating perfectly. Selected Pioneer Marine Audio speakers have a water-resistant spider. The combination of IPX7 water ingress protection and a water-resistant spider help to protect the speaker magnet and the motor structure to ensure great product reliability. Pioneer performs additional testing on marine audio speakers, like a 1,500-hour saltwater spray torture test. Cut away the spider from each of the speakers, and you can see in these images how Pioneer Marine Audio speakers compare to other brands after 1,500 hours of saltwater spray testing. The Pioneer speaker looks new. The other brand is full of rust and corrosion. Ultraviolet light can destroy a speaker, and the adhesives used to join the speaker cone to the surround in many different brands is the first part of the speaker to fail in the direct UV light expected on a bright and sunny day of boating. Pioneer Marine Audio speakers don't use adhesives to join the speaker cone to the surround. No adhesive in the speaker means greater reliability in ultraviolet light. Pioneer Marine Audio speakers are ASTM D4329 certified. That means they've gone through 1,500 hours of UV exposure to test reliability. You can see in these images, after 1,500 hours of UV exposure, the adhesives and surround of the other brand speakers are beginning to fail. The Pioneer speaker surround and cone still looks like new. Pioneer Marine Audio speakers are designed for long-term reliability in a very harsh environment.
There you have it. A little bit of testing just to back up the claim, right?
Yeah, it's part of the engineering. You build a product, you test it, and if it doesn't work, go back to the engineering drawing board.
And again, it is really important to understand that we're doing internal tests, but we need to pass through all those certification from external laboratory to have the badge with the ASTM badge or IPX rating. So really the magic word is certification here. We want to have something that will stay, play, and continue to have the party on the boat for years, not just a few weeks after the purchase.
They expect it to last as long as their boat. Really, that's the consumer expectation. So you notice I'm stretching a little bit here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm stretching because we're down to the bottom. We got 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes left, and we're going to jump right to this cool announcement. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I have a video queued up. I'm going to pass this over to Harry. Set us up for the grand finale here.
Well, we are introducing some fabulous new amplifiers into the Marine lineup. 3 new amps, 2 very compact amplifiers with high output power that are fully IPX6 and IPX7 rated. If you sink your boat, if you fish it back out of the water, they're still going to work. And a 6-channel amplifier that is a marine, fully tested marine amplifier. And I got to tell you, it might be one of the best car amplifiers we've ever made too. So 3 different new amps. Can't wait for you to take a look.
Couple really unique features. We're going to squeeze that in a speed round of facts and features. But let's go to the video, guys. Is this a premiere?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it is. The
This is it,
official
happening?
launch will be April 1st.
Well, happening live here on CMA Industry Week. Here we go. Let's roll the tape. And there you have it. There is the official launch. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. Has it in hand on top of that. Harry, there's a lot of key features here. Can you list some of the main features that separates this amplifier from the lineup right now?
Okay, we'll touch on a couple, but here's the main thing that Robert's holding in his hand right here. This is the marine connector. And it is fully certified IPX6 and 7, which means it can be in the water and it will still fully operate the way you would expect it to operate. So these two darker ones, the sort of red brick sized ones, are a mono at 300 watts and a 4-channel at 75 by 4. You can see that they're a darker color. They're like a charcoal color, because as much as it's a marine amplifier, absolutely, it is also a power sports amplifier. So if you want to put it on your motorcycle, on your 4x4, and drive around in the mud with it, fully qualified for that as well. And then we also showed you the 6-channel there. It is 75 by 6. Do I have that right? 75 by 6. And while this is very much a marine amplifier, it is not fully certified as IPX6 and 7. And you can see why, because it has open connectors on the side here. But if this amplifier would get wet, it is sealed. Water won't get inside of it. And one of the key features to all of these amps is that they are microcomputer controlled. The power supply is microcomputer controlled to help to hold that power supply steady under different loads for the amplifiers.
So really, no matter what, no matter the load, no matter the signal input, we will monitor those 96,000 times per second in a way to achieve the best power supply output. And it is actually controlled from a dedicated 32-bit processor just for the power supply management. So no matter if it's thermal, stress, temperature, voltage fluctuation from the source, we will control it.
Ideally optimized for the power sports / marine market. Power management is everything. Guys, what an incredible presentation. I want to really congratulate both of you and whoever else was involved from Pioneer to get this presentation together. Very polished, very informative, and great job. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the new marine amplifier launch as well. Harry, can't thank you enough for having you. I'm definitely guaranteed we're going to be circling back and exploring more Pioneer products during this season through our connected and live platforms.
Of course.
That's great.
We have
This
more
was
to come for
fun.
you.
Thanks
all right,
a lot.
take care, Harry. Robert, can't thank you enough. We're going to see you next week as we do this all over again en français in French for our French-speaking customers.
Yes, for sure.
And great job, buddy. Exciting news from
Thanks
Pioneer.
to
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
your time.
That's it, folks. That wraps up our Pioneer Electronics Showcase here, Day 5, CMA Industry Week. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.